Welcome to this edition of the Nevis Newscast. Today is Thursday, November 9th, 2017. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Now for the news in detail. The Ministry of Health on Nevis, in collaboration with the Republic of China on Taiwan, on Tuesday held an opening ceremony for a capacity-building workshop on chronic disease prevention and control at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall. At the first of 3 one-week capacity building workshops for health professionals on Nevis, Deputy Premier of Nevis and Minister of Health, Honorable Mark Brantley, believes the project provides a major opportunity for the Nevis Island administration to deal with the situation of chronic kidney disease on the island. The project is the first medical and public health venture between the Republic of China, Taiwan, and St. Kitts and Nevis since establishing diplomatic relations 34 years ago.
This program, when it was proposed, we thought was timely and necessary. I think it's no secret, and as our health planner, Mrs. Martin Clark, has indicated, we do have a chronic situation in the Federation, indeed in the Caribbean, a chronic situation with kidney disease and kidney failure, renal disease. We have heard all the debates. We have had a lot of vigorous discussions in the public square about what should be done and what shouldn't be done. But I think at the end of the day, we are demonstrating through this partnership a very real effort to try and confront this real disease and this real situation that we have affecting us.
Brantley noted that the Nevis Island administration has been grappling every year with its budget because of the phenomenal costs associated with the effects of kidney disease.
Each year we have to try and fashion solutions for people who are suffering from kidney disease. We would have heard that our register now is in, I think, over 500 people who are registered with us. There may still be others who are not registered. And we recognize that kidney disease, like non-communicable diseases generally, are responsible for a high degree of morbidity. And certainly the quality of life that people enjoy is impacted negatively when they have this.
Brantley used the opportunity to thank His Excellency George Gao-Wei-Chu, Resident Ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan, to St. Kitts and Nevis.
And we thank again the government and people of Taiwan for making their expertise available to us in order to assist us. As Ambassador would have indicated, the program has different components. We have education, certainly. We continue to preach through the health promotion unit, and generally that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And it is far cheaper to keep people healthy than to treat them once they become sick. So we continue to encourage our people to lead healthy lifestyles, to exercise, to eat properly, to do the things that we know can prolong life and delay the onset of some of the diseases.
The workshop is part of a 3-year project. The Ministry and Department of Agriculture hosted a one-day beekeeping workshop yesterday, Wednesday, November 8th, 2017. The opening ceremony for the workshop was held at the Department of Agriculture's conference room, where Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Huey Sargent, outlined some of the benefits of honey.
Honey has very good health benefits. It deals with weight management. It helps with your antioxidant deficiencies. It helps you sleep. People who have diabetes and consume honey. It is also a natural cough syrup, just to name a few benefits of honey. It is also something that I find it might be untapped on Nevis because we have the ability to use beeswax in candles, in soap. It is really very good for the cosmetic industry because from my little research, when you use beeswax in cosmetic, it gives the benefits, but it also helps the skin to breathe. So these are other industries from the beekeeping industry that can really be taken advantage of here on Nevis.
The facilitator, Kennedy Hazel, gave an overview of the workshop.
Basically, what we're doing today is building some pearl and hives from scratch. I could have sent everything pre-packed and we just come and stable, but I decided no. We do it from beginning to end. So everybody get a hands on. In terms of cost, it is way cheaper because you don't have to worry about excluder, foundation, frames, and stuff like that. The bees just work in a natural habitat. From top, come down. And you do the extracting from top, come down, and follow them. It's easy as that. But when you take out the top box, you have to replace it by putting it at the bottom when you extract the honey. And the bees just continue going down, down, down. And the size of the perimeter wouldn't be changing. And when you take the top box, you put it to the bottom, and you maintain the same size all the time.
The Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture's coordinator for St. Kitts and Nevis, Augustine Merchant, implored the participants of the workshop to take advantage of the opportunity.
We want you to take advantage of this opportunity. It's an opportunity to market your honey, it's an opportunity to make some money. So we wanted to take up, make this opportunity, and I dare say sometimes we see opportunities and we don't take them, and that's the bad part of it. So we are hoping that that would be so, and we are hoping that in the next couple of months we will have persons harvesting their honey, and we'll see some in the supermarket.
Following the opening ceremony, the participants were involved in a hands-on demonstration of the building of Peron hives. The following is a notice from the Ministry of Health dated Thursday, November 9th, 2017. This statement is in follow-up to the Chief Medical Officer's October 26, 2017 advisory concerning the increasing number of hand, foot, and mouth disease HFMD cases in the Federation. The Ministry of Health, Nevis, wishes to confirm that over the past 3 weeks, there have been over 40 reported cases of the disease on Nevis. There is no need for panic or alarm. There is no need to go to the emergency room. HFMD is a viral infection that does not usually cause any major illnesses. It is spread by person-to-person contact with secretions from the mouth and nose, stool, and fluid from the associated rash. Affected persons, mainly infants and children, may have mild fever, sores inside and around the mouth, and other rashes on the palms, soles, buttocks, knees, and elbows. Paracetamol is recommended for fever and pain relief. Do not give aspirin to children having a fever. Calamine lotion may be applied to the rashes if itchy. All affected persons will be better in 7 to 10 days. The Ministry of Health on Nevis is working with daycare centers, nurseries, and schools to curtail the spread. Meetings continue to be held with officials and teachers to ensure correct information is available and proper hygiene practices followed and is shared with parents and guardians. For further information, persons may contact their community health center or personal physician. Still to come, both public secondary schools on the island receive facelift by well-known street artists. The details when we return.
This one is going out to the land of my birth, Queen City, Nevis.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.
Welcome back. The Small Grants Program St. Kitts Nevis SGPSKN celebrated the successful completion of sustainable projects and recently launched the operational Phase 6 grant funding for the period 2016 to 2019, to which persons can start applying as early as Friday, December 1st, 2017. Also celebrated at the ceremony held on Saturday, November 4th, was the 25th anniversary of the Global Environment Facility GEF Small Grants Program SGP. The same year as the Rio Earth Summit 1992, the United Nations Development Programme UNDP implemented the GEF Small Grants Program to support grassroots communities and civil society organizations around the world in order to tackle critical environmental and sustainable development challenges. Since SGP was established in the Federation 4 years ago, 32 approved community-based projects in St. Kitts and Nevis have been provided. Seed monies and technical assistance, small grants of up to US $50,000 and strategic grants of up to US $150,000 have been provided in GEF focal areas such as biodiversity, climate change mitigation and adaptation, as well as land degradation. The operational phase 6 will see the focus placed on climate-smart ecology and landscape and seascape conservation. Alice Watts, SGP SKN National Coordinator, said that the launch was successful and it brought grantees and strategic partners together for the first time. Groups that have ongoing projects or ones recently approved were handed a check for the amount of their grant award. Additionally, 2 groups were given special plaques of recognition under the focal area of climate change adaptation and mitigation for their projects that were successfully implemented. These projects are the New River Farmers Cooperative Society Limited in Nevis and the Cuban Kittitian Association in St. Kitts. The New River Farmers Cooperative Society Limited sought to rehabilitate the spring in Nevis to the point where flooding is minimized and runoff is channeled to storage areas that would then be used by farmers to provide water for crops and livestock. On the other hand, the Cuban Kittitian Association has installed 2 biodigesters to produce biogas, a renewable energy and other material to be used as fertilizer. The organic fertilizer is used for small-scale crop production. The Gingerland and Charlestown secondary schools over the past week received a facelift by well-known street artists out of Colombia, Omar Delgado.
I had the idea to bring a quite well-known street artist, Omar Delgado, who is a world-reputed artist, having done work really all over the world, from China to Singapore to India to different countries in Europe and everywhere, to bring him here because he is very interested in the social interaction and also working with kids. He has done some work in Indian tribes as well, in the jungle, in his home country in Colombia. And so I thought it's a good idea to have such person to come here and to involve very much in particular also the children.
That was Constantine van Vieterhoff of Morningstar Estate. He also said that the children at both schools were enthusiastic about the project. The artist, Omar Delgado, spoke about the reason behind the various paintings he did at the schools and the feedback from the children.
And well, the idea basically was make a workshop with the kids, with some kids of the schools, and make a mural. My work is based on portraits that you can see. So I find these 2 pictures of local kids, and I paint them in the schools. And the idea is bring some color and some idea of art to the schools. One of the techniques I use in my work is the stencil. So it's a really simple technique where you can make an artwork just cutting a paper and they spray it over the wall. So the idea in first moment it's show like a really nice technique to the kids so they can use it in different ways. And then we came with this idea of the fish. That is something they can relate with the local culture and everything. And each one made their own design inside the fish. And then together we painted in the wall.
Omar Delgado, better known by his artistic name, Stinkfish, says he will be on the island for a total of 15 days and spoke a little about his experiences so far.
It's a really beautiful island. It's an amazing experience. It's my first time here. I hope to return at some point. And this trip was really showed me a lot of the kids of the schools and some local people. But for sure, I want to return and learn more about the island.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, says he had discussions with Van Veenhoff in early August, and the ministry consented to having the artists come to the various schools.
I am very happy that this type of work has been done. It gives some beautification to the facility, and it just shows that art is something that is still very much relevant, and especially the type of art that we are seeing here. It's very professional, and I am certain that the students who would have benefited from the workshop would have seen just how far that a skill such as this could take them. Mr. Delgado, as I said, would have traveled around the world and doing similar work, and we are happy that he came to Nevis and was able to share his expertise with us.
The students of both secondary schools work intimately with the artist and stated that they are proud of what they've accomplished. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.